NFL 22 on EA Sports. And we've got a showdown in the AFC.
Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And I'll bet right now is just one thought in his mind.
Win the game. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions.
No,
right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
And incomplete to open things up. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So pass interference to call. That's going to set him up with a 1st down.
And if it's a bang-bang play, maybe the flag stays in the official's pocket, but instead, he definitely impeded the receiver's right to catch the football. The official's letting the players know how the game's going to be called here in the 1st quarter.
But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Throwing is Jackson. It's complete. He's got Grove. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. This defense for the Dolphins, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
He finds Robinson, and he stopped up short of the 1st as they tackle him down at about the 36. They'll get 8, but they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive because that's not enough.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So here are the Dolphins now getting set for their initial possession. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
We both know it's a league where they seemingly throw the ball just about every play. But watching him perform last week where he threw 3 touchdown passes still caught my eye in a big way.
Still kind of the gold standard, 3 touchdown passes, isn't it? And for his efforts last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I can't wait to see what he does this week.
And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 20 carries, 70 yards, and a touchdown.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
Dancing to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
Oh, he shifts past him.
And he'll have the Dolphins first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That catch good for only a couple. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early. And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 down at the 33. He'll drop to throw.
And that'll be caught by Tony.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. How about that? Their quarterback with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead.
Well, when you've got a quarterback like this dead to rights, you got to make sure to wrap up. Instead, though, he breaks free and off he goes.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 7-0. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And to cap it off, the touchdown run of 20 yards. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Taking it about the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood. Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Jackson on first down. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Here's Jackson. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's got this down to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Hines. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Now as we look down, it appears we've got a jet shake it up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Calling no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Now the Jets will call on a field goal unit here. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either
not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
So Miami coming out for their second drive. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. He'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Boy, a lot of moving parts on this play, but what a nice design to leak the running back out to the left and send him down the field. And a good job spotting him and hitting him for a big play.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll set up a throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. And they'll start on the ground with Hines. Finding some room at midfield. And he'll go out of bounds finally at the 7. 65 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He can see the play developing right in front of him, and once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
First red zone opportunity now for the Jets. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7th. Jackson. Touchdown, Jets. Kenny Galladay. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead. So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on 4th down. That's what got him this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up, and it carries over to the other side of the ball.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is now 10-7. Hardly any time taken off the clock there. 2 plays, and they find the end zone for 6 points. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Here's 2nd and 8.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On 3rd down, Calhoun. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. New York ready to go again offensively. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
8 yards to go on second down. To throw is Jackson. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Throwing left side, he's got Gronk. Complete. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Now Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. On first down, Hines. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Jackson from the shotgun. Open man left side is Gronkowski. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, the really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
77 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Now it's Hines. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They run with Hines. And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 28. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Here's Hines. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And now Jackson will look to throw it. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Connection made with Shenault. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive. Jackson. And he'll find Golladay. That's complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, The alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So another third down conversion, and now they've got a first and goal. Hands it off out of the gun. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. From the gun, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime.
Hey, let's make it a long game.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? Now it's Jackson. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. Laviska Shenault, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead.
This has to be great for the psyche of this offense. Presented with bad field position, they didn't let it stop them. They rolled downfield and scored a touchdown.
An extra point attempt to follow here. It's good to make it 17-7. And what a drive that was. 16 plays all told. And it ends with a Jet touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Miami's offense set and ready to go. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. John Franklin Myers. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
They'll set up to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Try to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. On 3rd down, Calhoun. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field. And that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. From the gun, Jackson. And this will be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Jackson now. Wide open, Gronkowski. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. It's a big play that time by the Jets.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Throwing is Jackson. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. On second and goal, Jackson. Now he's forced out left. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Their mobile quarterback. His third touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. Well, you don't expect too many quarterbacks to be adept at breaking away from would-be tacklers, but this is uncommonly good right here as he's able to get away.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy is made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taking it about the 1. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
Let's go.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jackson. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Throwing on second and long. Jackson. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. On third down, Jackson. He'll check this down to Hines. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick here is good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo, where you see the final score there. Tua Tagovailoa, sharp in the victory, as his guys bounce back from a tough start to the year to claim victory number 1. Next, we head off to check out another game, and they were losers in that one to the visiting Tampa Bay Bucks. Jared Goff, as sharp as you can be throwing the football, 6 touchdown passes in the victory. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you, and you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Jets. And their offense has been in top form so far, especially their passing game, as it's helped push them out to this big halftime lead. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And that'll be caught by Tony. Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Looking to throw. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Open man right side is Tony. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll run on 1st down. Calhoun. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Watch 18. 18's the mic.
They'll set up a throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Sanders on for the extra point. He's got it, and the score's now 27-14. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taking it about the 1. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jackson throwing the out route incomplete. It's Robinson. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a give right side. It's Hines. And he'll get this up to about the 40. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now it's Jackson. Open man, Gronkowski complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
What was that, Russ?
So the PI decline, and that'll give him a fresh set of downs.
And when you scout tight ends, one thing you want to know, just how strong they are. And we saw it in evidence.
A throw for Golladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Now they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Now and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The former 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams, there to bring him down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. So here are the Jets now to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Now a handoff looking right. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Keep playing hard.
Pardon, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. It's complete to Robinson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
From the 44, Jackson. He'll get this one to Galladay.
Let's go.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Sliding out of the pocket. And Jackson going to have the first down as he will get to the ground to avoid the contact.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
Here's Jackson. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that one incomplete. They tried to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and 15 now. Jackson, and intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Xavier Howard, and he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy, because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Miami set to take over. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Got him in. It's Brown. 7 yards the pick up there. 2nd down and 3. He'll drop to throw. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the 1st down. Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand the field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, and it's 2nd down.
By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki.
And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15.
The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he is going to have a Jets 1st down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Jackson now. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
One thing they definitely like about this youngster is his motor. He is full throttle on each and every snap. Loves to get after the quarterback, and that has to feel good to him right there. His first career sack.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Jackson. Buying time to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down.
Here we go.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this one? Both of these guys running the ball well.
Yeah, they've mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. 2 first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Now Jackson. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. He showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Here's Jackson to throw. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 34-yard line.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 34. On the option right is Jackson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, he had success earlier in the drive keeping it himself. Not here, though.
And sometimes when you have that kind of success, you can fall in love with the option a little bit too much and not give the defense credit for making adjustments themselves. And that play starts to lose its effectiveness.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. To throw is Jackson. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Jalen Phillips in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And Old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
The Jets on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This will be 3rd and a mile. Now it's Jackson. He finds Robinson. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Oh, what a catch by Waddle.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
John Franklin Myers, his 2nd sack of the night. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage, well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19.
They'll set up to throw.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for the strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. But they can thank their defense for another stop. And now look at the score, where they've got the football. They're looking pretty good.
They're looking excellent because now you're thinking to yourself, let's just take some time off the clock. Work it down, and of course, you put another touchdown on the board, you can pretty much say bye-bye to this one.
Play calling here can be a little bit more conservative because of the lead.
A little bit more conservative. The biggest thing, everyone understands how to get the ball downfield and how to stay in bounds and make sure the clock keeps running.
The Jackson going to run again. And not much running room. Down to the 32. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll run for it with Hines. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Come on, baby.
Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they will take a knee here. A 2nd and 11 from the 19. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. And we pause a moment here because wide receiver Kenny Golladay still down. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. On 3rd, here's an option play right. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh, my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for the Jets, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will head home next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Miami, they also will exit this one at 2-2. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town.
Bye.